So once you've identified your hazards, the next step is to assess the workplace risk. And essentially, risk assessment is the process where you identify hazards, and then you analyze and evaluate the risk that's associated with that hazard. So for example, you might have someone working alone with a patient with a history of violence, or someone working the night shift. Once you've looked at this identification of a hazard, you go through a process to ultimately look at ways to eliminate or mitigate the hazard. And there are many ways in which you can calculate risk. Across all types of risk calculations, you'll probably see something that looks like this matrix here. Ultimately, when you're looking at risk, it considers the probability of an incident occurring and the severity of its potential consequences. The method that you use to assess your workplace violence risk in your workplace, it'll really depend on many factors, like what information you're looking for, the risk assessment team itself, what data you have available, and what level of detail is required for that assessment. And there's no one or single way to assess risk in the workplace. It's really important to choose what works for your organization for that situation that you're looking for. And the example shown here is a basic qualitative method to combine severity and probability parameters. So when we're looking at risk, again, we're looking at severity of a potential outcome, and that can that can vary from a low to a high severity, where a high severity would be something like a fatality or a permanent injury, and a low severity would look something like an injury that requires first aid only. Now, probability ratings follow the same approach, where you have a high probability of an occurrence happening. For example, someone experiencing workplace violence. You can group these probabilities into different categories, whereas a high probability of something occurring might be once a year, or a low probability might be something occurring once in a working lifetime. So when you're looking at your workplace, look at all the tasks and the situations that might lead to workplace violence. And for each one of those tasks or situations, go through some sort of a risk matrix and a risk assessment to understand the risks associated with each of those hazards. Once you have the risk of each of those hazards identified as low, medium, or high, or whichever way you're performing the risk assessment in your workplace, then you can implement control measures.